With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 60 outlaw, recon, 132 fighter. Switch.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. He completes it to Tate. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
A carry for Barber. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Barber on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Off the play fake, Winston. Going top shot for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Barber. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready? Black 22.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Not today, you are. Not today. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, stop. Let him go.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Tate. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones going to throw again. He's got his man. This is Tate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Jones throwing complete here to Tate.
Defense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 37. Check 37. Jim.
Well, even.
Under 10. Under 10.
Green, team.
On second down, Barber. 34 yards there and a first down.
You know, has to be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room. And Winston lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check tight.
5 on the 50.
Winston gives to Barber. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On 1st and 10, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Tight dog.
Hey,
54.
5 on the 50.
54.
5 on the 50.
You pop. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Easy.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, they're scared. Joker.
Hey, even.
Joker. Jack.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Flip it.
Let's go, D.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
That's right, baby.
Easy. Hey. Follow. Mike 54.
Mike's 5'4". 3 buzz. Right there.
That's it.
Right there. 54 Mike.
I got one.
Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 125.
56. Watch
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
56 is the Mike.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready?
Right there. 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Free, everything.
Right there.
Wait.
54 Mike.
Now Winston. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Check. Wait. Hey, check 24. Sponge. No. Sonic.
On 3rd down, Logan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bucks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Motion.
56 to Mike.
Green, triple team.
Watch the screen.
Green, triple team. Safe. Get it all. West.
They'll run it here with Logan. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better, probably.
I agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Undercrunch. Switch.
Winston. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards.
56. Minus 56. You got nothing today.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Flip. 56. Let's go.
Jameis now on first down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Barber. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
We got to get this stop here, D. Check. Sonic.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. To try again after the sack. Jones over the middle, complete to Tate. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Check.
They'll run here with Barber. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run here with Barber. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coaching spell, snap.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
70, Indy. Go.
Check 55.
Hey. Go.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, Wood. Shoot.
Off play action. Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
On the ready.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
15, run. 15 run.
You're not going to get me?
This is Barkley. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety. But it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Going top shelf for Smith. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Running is Barber. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Once again, it's Barber. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Green, triple T.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Not here.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
We go even.
Check 24, watch 24. Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Check 43. Watch the edge.
Hey,
54 is Mike.
5 on the 50.
Check.
5 on the 50.
54. You must be hot.
Here's Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
36. Green, double team. He's coming. Hold up. Check 99. White. Rush in. It's right. Check 26. Shift. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barber, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles,
you're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Target. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Mike, 54.
Winston to throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Tampa Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.